have Farah. You already heard her voice so much. About child healthcare. Don't worry, we still have it.
You've heard my voice so much, and I'm sure you've seen my face, so I don't think I need to repeat myself so much. My name is Anu, and we're going to be discussing the issue of child healthcare delivery in Kwara State. This is just a global belief that every year more than 10 million children in low and medium countries die before they reach their age 5. We're going to be discussing the problems and propose solutions to issues affecting child healthcare delivery in Kwara State. What do we know about Kwara State? Key issues in Kwara State that might interest us really are the issues of, we have about 1.5 children below the age of 15. Kwara State is predominantly a farmer, they're mostly farmers, and 50% of these farmers are women. So we have more women in agriculture in Kwara State. We have about 500 children under 5, and we have about 550,000 women within the age of child delivery. And we have a very high fertility rate, quite interesting, about 217 annually. What are the common child killer diseases we have in Kwara State? We have issues of malaria, pneumonia, diarrhea, measles, and HIV and AIDS. I can see that it's going to align with what we said for malaria. We'll talk about malaria, and I think we're going to talk more about HIV later. But what are these issues? Now, let's talk about the issues in Kwara State, in Nigeria. But if you look at Nigeria, it's an issue that you can't just pick one state, because every data, every single number contributes to what we have at the national level. So if one state is performing poorly, it will reflect on our national health outcomes. We have Nigeria as a major contributor to the world's under 5 mortality. Every day we lose about 2,300 children daily basis in Nigeria. That's quite, that's too much for us to be losing children. And that we have less than 30% of health facilities in Nigeria provide emergency obstetric care. The Kwara State health part of indicators. An average Kwarian is expected to live 52 years, just for 52 years. That's the average life expectancy of a Kwarian person. We have infant mortality of 103 by 1,000 live birth, under 5 mortality of 185, neonatal mortality of 53 per 1,000. Neonatal, I'm sure we know, the first 28 days of the child. Then maternal mortality, now than an 80. So I think it's one of the highest in the country. And however, there has been some things that Kwara State has been rewarded for. It's not all about bad stories. Kwara State has been acknowledged in 2016 as one of the best states in North Central that had the best MNCH week ever reached. Then what is the service delivery situation in the state? The state has about 752 health facilities, out of which we have 456 being public facility. Now that means if you do the analysis, you realize that this is about 60%, while the private health institutions are about 40. But interestingly, the 40% are actually the one that provide 60% of the healthcare services. And we have some facilities that talk about them. And we have some HIV centers. What are the issues? Now, when we're talking about the constraints affecting child care issues from two sides, demand and the supply. The demand side, we the people, what are our own issues in accessing this child health care? Inability to pay for services, poor health seeking behavior due to cultural beliefs, low economic status, high out-of-pocket spending, and access and distance to health facility. The supply side, I won't talk about, we know the issues. Poor funding, poor policy environment, inadequate human resource for health, irregular supply of, so many things. Data management is even one problem. Another issue that is affecting us is issue of poor data management, even access, open governance. What are the current interventions in the states? I think later we can just look at this, but the state government is doing several things that have been initiated of the SOMIL. They are really expanding. Kwara State has a success story of being one of the first that had institutionalized their state health insurance scheme, this community-based insurance scheme as far back as 2007, and that's now been expanded. It's on the expansion process to cover the informal sector within the state. Now, this is talking about numbers, basically, that every number counts, every second counts, and every action matters. This is just going to be giving us statistics about the situation of health in Kwara State. If we look at the newborn and child survivor trend, we can see that based on the NDHS 1999, it went up in 2003, but by 2013, NDHS has come down to 100, which I've talked about in the brief already. Now, what are the recommendations? What do we need to do? It's not only about the problems. First, we need to advocate to all our stakeholders, to the government, for increased funding to health. We need to adopt the National Health Act. The state National Health Act is not only about the federal. The state has a role to play, even the local government. Everybody needs to domesticate the National Health law. Then there should be full implementation of the primary health care under one roof. This is going to actually enhance primary health care service delivery, in which child health issues is very, very key. I'm sure if I do a census here, how many of us have gone to the primary health care service as a point of contact for care? Just about 2 people. Most time we go to secondary facilities or tertiary, thereby leaving the primary health care facilities being abandoned. And we are now overburdening the personnel and the facility at the secondary and tertiary. Then we need to start talking about strengthening the human resource capacity. Attitude is very, very important because people do not access care because of attitude attitude of these health workers. Like my colleague said earlier on, talk about quality and quantity. Then we need to strengthen the data collection process, improve on our data management process. Then we need to also encourage and strengthen the citizen participation. I was thinking, I said, we need to revitalize the 193 World Development Committees. They have a critical role to play in ensuring that people have access to care and children have access to care. Then as civil societies, as advocates, we need to start holding government accountable. We need to start doing project tracking. Then in my conclusion, I said child survivor is very key to achieving sustainable development. That's SDGs, UAC, among others. All stakeholders must be involved and ensure that no child is left behind. Thank you.
Okay, we're completely out of time, so I'll only take one. Is there anyone that wants to make a comment, contribution, question? I want to remind you, please, if you've done your presentation, you're supposed to suggest the project in your state. If you can have that ready while the others present. We're going to work on the action plan and every detail later, but you need to give us the name and the scope of where you want to do the project in your state.
Thank you very much for that presentation. My contribution is regards when you spoke about project tracking. It is very, 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 very important. It is not enough to say inadequate funding. The ones that are funded, what are we doing about it? How much do we know about, for example, saving 1 million lives? How much do we know about it? How much do we know about Nigeria State's Health Investment Project? Because these are massive projects with massive funding, but what do you know about them? And then I would like to suggest to this forum, maybe at a later date, due to time constraints, we may need to have another forum and discuss human resources for health. It's a serious challenge, especially in the north. Thank you.
Thank you very much. So, Follow the Money, Connected Development is here. So she will have 2 minutes later to talk to us and then she can round up all the issues.
I just wanted to answer the question you talked about, what do we know about SOM and so in regards to that, fortunately for us, we worked on Kwara State last quarter in tracking the fund for SOML in Akwola Ilota. I don't know, maybe I might be wrong in the pronunciation. So for us in Connected Development, Follow the Money, we track funds meant for local communities and we focused on SOML in Kwara State. because we wanted to know what the government will be doing with the 1.5 million naira sent to the
$1 million.
$1 million, sorry, sent to the state. And fortunately for us, it's still ongoing. We've had a series of town hall meetings and advocacy in the states. And for now, without the government said that Apolla that they will be focusing on revitalizing the primary healthcare sector of that community. So that's a success story for us in tackling the SOM also from Kwara State.
Okay. Well, SOML is implemented in the whole of the country.
Yeah, very cheap. We have
Exactly.
3 campaigns.
Okay.
3 campaigns in different
And
states.
there are
Kwara
two.
was one of them.
Sorry.
Okay, sorry.
There are
guys.
two.
I know that we all
Let me just
say so much.
10 seconds.
Can she just conclude and then
Okay.
Let's just give us
so
a.
we'll have more time for the other presenters.
Okay,
Yes.
so.
I think we take this discussion to the social media and let's engage more. But basically, I think from a broader perspective now, we've been opportunity to work with SOMIU, and SOMIU very soon I will share with her. We are developing a dashboard, a scorecard dashboard for all the entire state. If you are aware, SOMIU actually have what they call the project monitoring assessment they carry out on quarterly basis. It shows out the money and we are linking it up with the DLI. We want to start seeing, we're not talking about just about monitoring. We want to see the impact of this fund, because so many times we do monitoring, but the question is about impact, so what question? So one man organization, AFON, Health Reform Foundation of Nigeria, we are doing right now is that we are working with SOMIU, with MSA to develop a scorecard, a very broad scorecard that will show the DLIs of the SOMI and any other ones, even the NSHIP project you mentioned, talking about performance, the performance-based financing.
Yes.
We are looking at the state whereby NSHIP should be expanded to other states. Now, we have a lot of issues, we have a lot of areas we can, but when we're talking about tracking, we ourselves need to be accountable. Now, finally, let me just tell us that whatever we are doing here, by September ending, we might not have the opportunity to gather as CSOs again. Because there's a bill on the floor of the House that wants to regulate the actions and activities of CSOs, and when it means not CSOs and NGOs, when it means NGOs, anything that is not what? Government. So it's not about being an NGO like you have an organization. Churches, Esusu, mosque, peer group, whatever, will all be affected. So I think in our accountability process, as we are going back, let's start thinking of mobilizing against this bill so that we can continue the good work we are doing. Thank you.